Today we're going to delve into the world of Japanese tea gardens with a focus on the simplicity of the Roji style, offering a serene escape from the hustle and bustle of daily life. And later we'll cover the 10 key elements that make up the tea garden. This is one of my favorite Japanese gardens design styles, where the freedom to express yourself brings it close to a Shizen Style Garden, where nature and spontaneity take precedence. I'm Josh, and welcome to Shizen Style. I like to think of tea gardens as a tranquil oasis of shade, and it might be the perfect shade garden to integrate a smaller version into your own home garden. Japanese gardens are renowned for roughly 4 distinct styles, including the picturesque Kaiyu Shiki Teien, strolling pond garden, the minimalist Kare Sansui, dry rock garden, the courtyard garden, Tsuboniwa, and the rustic Chaniwa or Roji tea house garden. Specifically designed for tea houses and what we'll focus on today. The Roji embodies a unique Japanese aesthetic rooted in Zen, fostering a sense of tranquility and mindfulness. Originating from the 16th century teachings of the tea master Sen no Rikyu, the concept of wabi-cha emphasizes a simple, unadorned beauty, seeking to evoke the ambiance of a secluded mountain retreat, far removed from urban distractions. Crafting a Roji within a modern living space may seem difficult, but with creativity and some careful planning, bringing the essence of a tea garden to an urban environment is entirely feasible. Let's explore the essential elements that define a Roji and discover ways to incorporate its charm into your own garden sanctuary. Before we get into breaking down the different elements that make up the tea garden, I want to talk about the different names that we have for it. In the lexicon of tea gardens, 2 terms hold significance. Chaniwa, or tea garden, serves as a broad term encompassing various garden designs associated with tea ceremonies. It may loosely refer to any small area surrounding a dedicated tea ceremony building or adjacent to a room where the ceremony unfolds. The design of a chani typically lacks strict constraints, allowing for diverse interpretations and constructions. This was the freedom I was talking about. In contrast, Roji Niwa, also known as dewy ground garden or dewy path garden, embodies a more poetic and specialized concept. This term specifically denotes a purposefully crafted garden surrounding or adjoining a tea room or tea house, serving as a transitional space between the ordinary world and the spiritual realm of Chanoyu, the Japanese tea ceremony. Unlike a Chaniwa, a Roji Niwa holds symbolic significance, featuring elements such as fences, gates, shrubs, and trees, arranged to facilitate a symbolic journey into the sacred space of tea. Participants of the ceremony make their way through this landscape, symbolically shutting out the external world and immersing themselves in the realm of tea. The Roji garden is often structured into 2 distinct sections: the outer garden, Soto Roji, and the inner garden, Uchi Roji, each contrasting with the other. While the distinction between Chaniwa and Roji Niwa lies in their symbolic depth and purpose, in practice, these terms are often used interchangeably, reflecting the fluidity and overlap within the realm of tea garden terminology. You may only have one viewing area from the house or a bench outside where the elaborate layers of pathways may not be as important. Understanding the Roji. A Japanese Roji tea garden is a meticulously designed space meant to prepare visitors for the tea ceremony, also known as Chanoyu or Chado. Before stepping into the tea house, guests undergo a symbolic purification ritual, gradually transitioning from the mundane world to the sacred realm of the tea ceremony. Each element within the Roji is meticulously arranged to guide visitors on this spiritual journey. Here are the 10 key elements that typically make up a Roji tea garden. 1. The entry gate, or mon. The entrance to the tea garden often features a gate, which serves as a transition point from the outside world into the tranquil atmosphere of the garden. 2. The stone pathway. Consisting of stepping stones, tobi ishi, and paving stones, nobedan. A winding stone pathway leads visitors through the garden. These paths are carefully crafted to encourage a slow, mindful approach to the tea house. Finding the delicate balance between functionality and beauty is key to creating an inviting atmosphere. 3. Stone lanterns, toro, or ishidoro. Lanterns made of stone or metal are strategically placed along the pathway, providing both illumination and aesthetic appeal, especially during evening tea ceremonies. Stone lanterns are often also incorporated into the garden design by having them farther off in the distance, partially obscured, and not necessarily a bold, attention-grabbing element. 4. The middle gate, chumon. Acting as a gateway between the outer and inner tea gardens, the chumon, or middle gate, signifies the transition into a sacred space, often constructed from bamboo lattice or bent branch lattice. It subtly delineates the boundaries of the tea garden while maintaining a rustic charm. 5. The waiting area, machiai. A small waiting area outside the tea house provides guests with a place to pause and reflect before entering. This space is often adorned with a simple bench or stone seat. 6. Water basin, tsukubai. Central to the Roji experience, the tsukubai is a stone basin where guests can cleanse their hands and rinse their mouths, symbolizing purification of body and spirit before entering the tea house. The arrangement of stones surrounding the basement serves both functional and aesthetic purposes, enhancing the overall ambiance of the garden. The tsukubai consists of a water basin, chozubachi, enclosed by a specific arrangement of stones called yakuishi. I won't go into detail here on the names of each stone, but each one has a different role, and the arrangement is also often specific to what school of chado or tea ceremony is represented at that particular tea house. 7. Chiriana. Serving as a discreet receptacle for garden debris or seasonal floral displays, chiriana epitomize the Japanese dedication to detail. Incorporating a similar feature in your garden allows for subtle yet meaningful embellishments. 8. Tea house, chashitsu. At the heart of the Roji garden is the tea house, where the tea ceremony takes place. The design of the tea house is simple and rustic, often blending seamlessly with the natural surroundings. 9. Natural elements. Roji gardens strive to create a harmonious balance between man-made structures and the natural environment. Elements such as rocks, water features, and carefully pruned trees are incorporated to enhance the garden's beauty and tranquility. 10. Tea garden plantings. Within the tea garden, there's a sense of serenity reminiscent of mountain landscapes, creating an illusion of depth. Visitors experience a journey akin to strolling along a tranquil mountain trail, where shades of green and brown dominate the scenery, varying in tones and hues. In traditional tea gardens, the term zoki, meaning miscellaneous trees, encompasses the diverse array of trees and shrubs that contribute to the garden's ambiance. A combination of indigenous, deciduous, and evergreen species, selected for their natural and understated qualities, populate the landscape. Some pops of color can be found to highlight a particular season, But in general, lush evergreen is the theme to keep you in the mindset of hidden mountain scene. You will often see trees like the Japanese maple, akagashi red oak, red and black pines, and weeping willows forming a canopy. Underneath, there's a wide variety of shade-loving plants like camellias, holly, Japanese yew, hostas, etc. For ground cover, you often see moss, low-growing bamboo called sasa, and ferns. For a more complete list, check out my ebook on the tea garden in my membership community at shizenstyle.com. Selecting native foliage and moss for ground cover lends authenticity to the Roji's mountainous ambiance. Embrace the natural beauty of untamed vegetation, harmonizing with the surrounding landscape to evoke a sense of tranquility. While crafting an authentic Roji garden may require expertise in the intricacies of Japanese tea culture, exploring its principles can inspire the transformation of even the smallest outdoor spaces. Let the timeless allure of traditional Japanese landscaping infuse your garden with serenity and soulful contemplation. This is but one of 4 styles of traditional Japanese gardens, plus a 5th one that I call a Shizen Style Garden, which is more of a blend of traditional and modern. Check out my Japanese garden playlist to learn more about those other garden styles.